𝒷𝓁𝒶𝓃𝓀. If you aren't looking at religion the way religion was meant to be looked at, religion is a waste of fucking time. 100%. It's just a waste of time. Because the only thing that you're doing is, it's the concept of, psychologically speaking, you're anything that you can use to be able to, quote unquote, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you're giving that energy away to something else, which makes it really hard to be able to keep a consistent state of where you're mentally satisfied with your accomplishments, and you can reward yourself. That's why I was talking about the reward zones of the brain. You can reward yourself, and that will allow you to want to continue on the path that you're feeling rewarded on. I'm not saying religion doesn't make you feel that way. I'm saying sometimes you'll find yourself in a area of your life where what you like to do, or what you're thinking of doing, or the ideas that you may have might excite you, but they're not in line with what religion is, or whatever religion or denomination or whatever it is that you subscribe yourself to. And it's like, at that time, how do you feel? You're not feeling whole. You're feeling like there's something that you want to be doing, but you can't do because the almighty whatever is saying that you can't do it. But the question is, if almighty whatever created everything, then why can't I just do it? And if almighty whatever is going to provide me with free will, then I should just do it. But we don't, because we want to be good kids. I mean, we're adults and we want to be good kids. I don't know. Religion really isn't for me. I think again, if you know how to look at it, if you know how to read it, if you know how to understand it, then it can most certainly be helpful. And even if and I'm not even trying to sound like all holier than thou, or I'm like I have more experience, therefore I have more knowledge, because it's not true. I'm just saying, like, there's certain things we talk about in the Bible and that they teach, and they teach it in such a way, they anthropomorphize, and it doesn't necessarily help you. It makes it a good story. It makes it more captivating, you know? It makes it more entertaining, but there's no meat on them bones. Shit is whack. It's weak. It's weak. It would be stronger. Like, imagine, all right, so I guess this is a good scenario, a good way to put it. So you're feeling down, right? You gotta stay in my world. We're on my site, we're on my website, FRENCHNAME PHIL.com. So you're feeling down, depressed, not confident, right? And you feel like going to a movie, and you feel like that's going to pick you up. It's going to lift up your spirits. And then, which is a funny term, lift up your spirits, but people will say esoterics and shit, whatever. So you go to a movie, and you go, and you're trying to go see a feel-good story, you know what I'm saying? So imagine, in one scenario, you go into the movie theater, and it's like, what's that movie with Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness? It's Pursuit of Happiness, right? When I saw that movie, I saw that in the theater, I was captivated by that story. You know what I'm saying? It was inspiring. The shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? To see a man go through what he did, having a son, you know, and not giving up. You know, and using his talents, using his skills to not give it. That's a great freaking story. I was motivated, you know, after watching that movie. So, yeah. So imagine you watch that movie, and you're down in the dumps, you go watch that movie. It might make you feel good, right? It might make you feel good. But imagine this, all right? In my reality, in my mind, take a walk with me. In this reality, you go to watch The Pursuit of Happiness, right? But they're able to, like, in this reality, you go in there and they know that you're feeling depressed, you know, the usher and shit, whatever. And then so they're like, all right, so you want to pursue happiness? You want to feel better? You're like, yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. Life sucks. And they're like, all right, bet. And then, you know, you give them this chip. And then they take this chip and then they like put it in the computer or some shit like that, the projector. And then what they're able to do is take Will Smith out of the freaking movie and replace you in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you know, you're walking around Will Smith clothes and shit and still got Jada Smith. No, it's kind of like they're able to incorporate your actual life into the movie somehow. And so what I'm trying to say is what you're able to see is yourself going through this pursuit of happiness, you know, watching yourself in the dumps, watching yourself fight through it, watching yourself hang tough, watching the lows, watching the highs. And then at the end of the movie, how you do it? How you do that in the movie? How you do it? Y'all see the meme. That's you though. You're sitting in the movie theater now. You've been sitting there for an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying? But you just watch yourself do the things that you know you can do. You just watch yourself accomplish a lot. You just watch yourself hang tough and make it. How do you feel at that moment walking out of that theater? Like the first scenario, you watch Will Smith, you walk out the theater, you're like, man, that was a good story, man, that was good for him. Good for him. But the second scenario, when it's you're a different person when you leave that theater. There's comments down there, leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? If you want to debate that, but when I say you're a different person, your point of view or your perspective can shift because you feel different, and it's not because necessarily the movie. It was what the visuals that you saw affected your brain in a particular way that released particular chemicals that allowed you to feel the way that you feel. The type of chemicals that may or may not have been released when you were watching somebody else do it. The type of maybe parts of your brain were not affected. Long story short, what religion is the Will Smith movie. You're going, it's good, it makes you feel good, yeah. You're sitting in there for an hour and a half, it feels great. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Now, in order to keep that feeling, you gotta sit at home for a week, go to work the week from Sunday to Sunday without church, or if you go on Wednesday, whatever the case may be. Either, what I'm trying to say is, you gotta talk about this goddamn movie for the rest of your goddamn life to find some sort of inspiration. How many times can you talk about a movie and still feel inspired about that movie like the first time? But if it was the movie, the second scenario, and it was you in that movie, how do you think you would feel? How many times would it take for you to have to watch that movie before you were like, oh man, I'm not motivated by seeing myself accomplish shit. Man, shit, I'm tired of it. Man, you remember that time? Scored that touchdown? I broke 8 tackles on that album and shit. How many times before you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna take off this Leatherman's jacket. I don't wanna ever watch that shit. Never. It makes you feel good because it's you. You make you feel good. You energize yourself. That's what you do. That's what life is. You energize yourself. But with religion and the other pillars, they tell you to watch other things and get inspiration from those things and try to duplicate or try to replicate that over and over again by watching it over and over again, or you know, and then you get tired of that one thing, then you got to replace it with something else, and it becomes this vicious cycle. I don't know. It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Why do things that are unnecessary? I don't know. I'm just rambling. You know what I'm saying? This is where my mind be going sometimes during these pandemic times. These times that are so terrible that, you know what I'm saying? I'm losing weight and getting smarter, reading books and, you know, doing things I've never done before because I've been in this rat race that I never wanted to fucking be in the first place, that I got indoctrinated into. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. If you feel me, you feel me. But I'm gonna go. I gotta tuck my daughter to bed. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all stopping by. FRENCHNAME PHIL. We'll talk again.